Hey, tailgaters, welcome back. And we got an episode today. Getting towards the end of the NBA regular season, and we're heading towards the championship. So we thought, hey, why don't we take an early shot at seeing who we think will be the champions, or at least who's going to get in that finals and who's going to be the champions? I mean, before we get to the others, me personally, like, remember last year we did this, and man, I was a homer for the Mavericks. I'm not going to say I'm going to complain about them, but man, oh man, did the trajectory of them change. So my predictions won't be a homer Mavericks this year, but there'll be good calls. Anyway, what do you guys think? Which one do you want to take it first?
You want it there, or you want me to go first?
Look here. Here's what we're gonna do. My predictions. It doesn't involve the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah,
but it does involve one of the greatest Dallas Mavericks players to ever play the game. And oh man, boy,
I didn't know Nabisco was still playing.
He
Luka
changed everything. Man,
oh man, but the Lakers. I've never cheered for the Lakers. I've never been a Lakers fan. I've never wanted to see the Lakers do anything. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I with whatever the way everything went down in Dallas with Luka, I'm telling you, man, I hope Luka win a championship.
Me too.
And I said I hope. That don't mean I'm picking him. But I hope Luka wins the championship and come back to Dallas and punch Nico in the face with his ring. Damn, let's put the ring right up there. Oh, Nico,
a little tattoo here with his diamonds, huh?
Man, bro, so look, let's stick to the subject. So let's stick to the subject here. So championship. Let's talk about Western Conference Finals. Let's pick the I almost said the Dallas Mavericks. Man, what would be wrong with me if I said that?
A month ago it would have been.
Yeah.
Which month? Okay, no. Let's go with the Lakers out of the West. And for the East, it's interesting because y'all already know me. You know my thing with Jason Tatum. You know my thing with Brown, with Pritchard, with all those fellas. Porzingis.
Yeah.
So Boston Celtics coming out of the East.
Boy, that's where we sure have had a lot of good players. Mavericks sure have had a lot of good players, haven't they?
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting?
Dirk.
But so that's my picks. I know Marcus probably want to argue with me or not.
Well, who do you think's going to win of those two? Who's going to win? Lakers and Celtics. That's classic. I mean, TV executives are going to love it. But who do you think's going to win of those two?
And I just think that the Celtics are just a great group of guys, well-rounded team, a lot of scores, a lot of great defense. So it's going to have to be the Celtics.
When you pick the Celtics, almost remind me, like Marcus almost picks like once you learn how to win, you just know how to, and the Celtics, they right now seem to know how to win, don't they?
Yeah.
What do you think, Marcus?
They know how to win. And I mean, obviously just kind of starting with the Eastern Conference, right? My two picks, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. So I am with you on Boston making it to the big series in the East. I think they're, just the fact that they're the reigning champs that way. But I just think, honestly, when you think about Donovan Mitchell and that strong support he's getting from like Darius Garland and, Evan Mobley, like there's a good nucleus there. They're already 55-10, and they're like the NBA's best record. I know that doesn't always mean that's who's going to win the championship, but I just think they got some heat there. And although the Celtics have the experience, they're second in the East right now. I'm going to give the Cavaliers the edge here. I think they're going to be the ones to come out of that Eastern Conference maybe in a 6 or 7 game series.
Wow. How about the West?
I know Daryl is an actor, and maybe his affiliations with Hollywood is making him come up with this pipe dream that the Lakers are going to come out of the West. Sorry, not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm gonna go with the stats. I'm gonna go with kind of what I'm seeing happening, and that's gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets. So I think Denver's holding down the third spot in the Western Conference, but they've been a consistent contender all season long. Even when whatever. And even though OKC is leading the Western Conference, I think they have a similar record to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're like 54-12 or something. I don't know. I feel like they're just poised to have a breakout season and finish out the year strong. So my prediction will be I'm going to go with the Cleveland. I'm sorry. I'm going to go with the who do I want to go with this one here? I think I'm going to go with I think I'm going with the Thunder. So I'm going to go with the Thunder coming out of the West. And then when you look at the actual finals, do we want to go ahead and make our pick for who's going to win it all?
Yeah, who's going to win it all?
I'm going to go with the Cavs. I think it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the finals. And I think Cleveland's going to come out.
Wow. Okay. So we've got the Celtics for Daryl and the Cavaliers for Marcus. I'm similar. I was looking at it. We got the Cavaliers and Boston in the East. They look like the two best. And yeah, Boston does know how to win. But shoot, Cavaliers, what I saw, they're like 1-10 out of the last 10. So they're really screaming well. So I'm gonna pick the Cavaliers coming out for that one.
Come on in, the water's fine.
And in the West, you got the Thunder, the Grizzlies. They're both doing well. Thunder's been 8-2 in the last 10 games. Grizzlies 5-5. But I do wonder about the Lakers. LeBron's hurt. Sort of, but he's resting. So when that playoffs come, they got two superstars, know how to play, know the game. I wouldn't put it past the Lakers, but I don't know. That'd be a wild shot. So I'm going to go ahead with the Thunder. I'm going to root for the Thunder. I was really hoping they'd win, but of course, Dirk and the guys, they beat them that time. They were really good. So I'm going to go with the Thunder. I say the Thunder's going to win it all. So it's going to be Cleveland and Oklahoma in the finals with Oklahoma winning it all.
Okay.
They need one.
Yeah, you and I have very similar paths, with the exception of how the big championship series is going to pan out. I don't know. I'm with you, Daryl. I will say this. I have different reasons why I want to see Luka win. I think it's more for like revenge and animosity coming out of your camp. But for me, I just think he's just a talented person, and regardless of how this works out, right? Just great things happen in LA. They always have. They always find a way to come back to relevancy and build some type of dynasty. So whether they do it, during LeBron's final, few seasons, or if Luka's just kind of becomes the standout franchise player and they surround him with some supporting players over the next couple of seasons, I would say it's a good shot that the Lakers will win 2 out of the next 5 championships.
I wouldn't put it past the Lakers this year just because, Luka looks like
they're not out.
He's got his footing going again, and LeBron gets back there. That's gonna be quite a force.
Yeah, my only hesitancy there, and Daryl, you've seen this before, right? You take these mega stars, and they can do all these great individual things and possibly some assists in the regular season, but in a 7-game series, it takes chemistry, it takes trust, it takes time, and a really good defensive team, a really good opposing coach, he will be able to dissect and find out where that team that just kind of came together with these 2 superstars like LeBron and Luka, he'll find a way to dissect their game and take advantage. I just don't see them coming out of the West, not this year.
Anything else, Daryl?
He quiet today.
I'm quiet every day. I'm a quiet person.
4, 3, 4. And
I will tell you this. You said whoever was number 3 in the West, the Rockets are 3 in the West, just so you know.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm watching my boys. What did I say? I think it was a couple episodes.
You're a Spurs fan.
I am not a damn Spurs fan. Just because I'm rocking Dallas, because I'm, here in Austin, that does not mean I'm a Spurs fan. I am still a Rockets fan. I've been a quiet one because they haven't really given me anything to talk about, but I am a Rockets fan.
Yes, like I'm still a Maverick fan, but I'm a very disappointed, jaded. What's the right word?
Jaded. That's the right word.
All right. Well, anyway, you guys out there, hope you like this episode. Tell us so. Share this, but leave us a comment. What do you think it is? Lakers, Oklahoma? Oh, gosh, I even heard Denver mentioned. Would that be something? All right. Anyway, see y'all later.